All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Nashville. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Stephanie! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Say, hurt! Hurt, hurt! Timberwolf! Riggs! Riggs! Steady!
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100. Yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Crash. 70 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go street.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Ready, right?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Running straight ahead, Taylor, 5-yard line.
Pretty decent game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the full line.
Ready?
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hey, Crash. Street, street. 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pass incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Lions. Check, 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 check. Ready.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now they'll audible to something else. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, come on. Set. Bronco lead.
Off the play fake, Ward. Oh, and that is incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one, so now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. 2nd and 10.
Unlock line. Unlock line.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from Maple Stroud. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Cougar 19.
To throw, here's Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on first down. Manuel. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Titans at 11-2 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
He'll get this off to Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
70.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
60 by 6, 60 by 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, hurt. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Cougar 19. 19 Tiger.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Come on. Panther 60. Viking 18.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And now comes the field goal unit on. And, boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. That'll hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing is Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. This defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Manuel. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Go. Ready.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Manuel. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
23-yard line.
from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now Ward. That's complete to DK. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chimere DK, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to widen their advantage. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive.
Like the Colts, 70, 70.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. 70, hot 70, hot 70. Cougar 19. Check. Panther 60. Street. 60 Eagles. Go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
19 Tiger. Go. Ready.
Again, it's Taylor. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I'm not flying.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Colts first down.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, man.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Sixty Bison, 60 Bison. Rig alert, rig alert, rig.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On third down, here's Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So the field goal unit is coming on here. And, boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks at Taylor's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it.
Now again, right side. Manuel. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
To throw is Ward. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. Leonard. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther 60, Panther 60. Cougar 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Leonard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, hiking and freeze.
They'll keep it on the ground. Manuel. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Viking, 18. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And not much much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now they'll shift things around.
70.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On the jump. Ready.
Here's Ward. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Across midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good.
They'll get 34 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Tag. Cougar 19. Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free? Safety coming up and making the big-time play.
Ready.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
on the counter. Lockhart. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Mike, ready.
Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Tap the 60, tap the 60. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Motion. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Ready.
Throwing now, Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
18, 5 here. 19. 18 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Get it.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Second down and 4.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Leonard. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
19, 18.
Now they'll change things up.
18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 60, Panther 60. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Cougar 19. Got Buffalo 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Let's go.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
19, 18, Pioneer. Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open there. That's complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open. And a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for two.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
There's so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Here we go, shot. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Manuel. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Looking to throw. Moore. That is caught. And he will have the Titans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Somebody got to do it. I mean, hey, somebody got to do it. I just keep watching do it. He's a five outside off from the music. They like, what he owns? Is it Alpha and Omega? Welcome home.
Ready.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Okay, break.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Check. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Manuel. He winds up getting only a couple there. Down to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. The hitter here is complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Let's go now. 19.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ready?
Here now, third down.
Tag. Crackle 80. Check smash. Check smash.
Back to throw. Moore. Got his man, Okonkwo. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Here we go. First and goal.
Go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Third and 10.
Ready? 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Okay, ready? Tag! Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready,
On first down, Manuel. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 50-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Back to throw. Moore. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So third down coming up. But, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Out of the gun, Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. On now is the Titans punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. looking to put a drive together.
Cougar 19. Go Street. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Second and 11. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Leonard. Pass complete to Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. And Charles, his name etched in the NFL record books. Just the second field goal ever made from 66 yards as he...
Being on some chill. We go